Hi guys, and welcome to another episode, or welcome back should I say, to another episode of On the Road to OKC 2016. It has been a while since I've released one of these updates, and I apologise profusely for that. However, with work and masters classes and general life and just kind of feeling like I need to take a break, I decided that it was probably best not to push on and just sort of get too tired of it, basically. So, where am I at the moment? Well, very excitingly, when I left you, I hadn't. I was just planning to start the Belgian townhouses. I then decided that I would look on the Warlord website at the Sarissa buildings, and in the end, I didn't. The price, I couldn't justify the price because of the amount that I needed. If I'd needed 2 or 3, I probably would have gone for them. But because I need 10 to 12, I think, I decided not to go for it. So I have bought 3 sheets, 3 brand new sheets of foam board. So I'm ready now to start those buildings. I will probably, hopefully, start them soon, and really, once I start them, I'm going to step up the, so that I'm just knocking out these buildings pretty quickly. They are going to be built floor by floor. Okay, so it'll be 1 floor, then I'll build the 2nd floor, maybe the 3rd floor if it's got 3 floors, then the roof section, so it all fits together, much like the French townhouse. Hopefully, once I've done the first couple, it'll start to come very easily to me, and I can work my way through. So that is definitely something to keep your eyes open for. I'm going to have to draw up some plans so that I know roughly what I'm doing. But apart from that, I should be looking to get started on that within the next couple of weeks. I am off to England for a 2-week holiday, see my family for Christmas. So I won't be doing any videos or any miniature work over that time, which will then give me sort of 6 months until June, or about 5 months till June. So I'll have to really up the pace. I've still got civilians to do, paint. I've still got Germans to paint. My British, I've got a couple of units left to do. So that's it. It is going to be perhaps not as easy as I thought it was when I said I had 8 months and I was getting tons done. I've still got to build my Stuttgart and paint that, so that's going to be interesting. So lots to do, lots and lots to do. But excitingly, I'm planning on buying 3 vehicles with the Warlord deal that they've got going on, which finished on Monday actually. Although by the time I get this out, it might already have been finished. But yeah, the CS9, Morris CS9 for the British. I'm going to plan to get another Panzer II for my Germans, so I've got 2 Panzer IIs and a T15 for my Belgians. Now, I've got a lot of figures recently. I got the Gates of Antares starter set. I have got some Belgian figures, which I'll talk about in just a minute. I've also got now all my figures, all the boxes that I need, with all the figures I need for us. 2 Saga armies, a Viking and a Saxon army, and I've also just recently got a birthday present from my parents, although it was a month and a half late, maybe nearly 2 months late, but that's not the point. I got it, and so that's got some figures in as well. So I'm having to kind of think, right, okay, rather than start an army and just try to plow through it, I know I won't get that finished. So what I'm planning to do, and I'm calling this the Melbows or strategy, but I'm sure Mel would be the first person to say it's not his strategy. Tons of people have done this beforehand, but I'm planning to kind of set myself the goal of 1 unit from an army, get that done, then maybe another unit from that army, or a unit from a different army, and then come back. So I don't think I can get a unit a week done. Although, particularly with the weather as it is at the moment, it's cold, it's wet, it's sleeting. I don't think I can get outside to spray any figures, prep them. So I'm going to have to kind of get them ready so that at a moment's notice, if I can get outside and spray them, I'm out there getting them sprayed, and then I can come in and paint them. But yeah, so I've got that, and the big problem at the moment is I've got a deadline for my publisher for my books. So I'm spending quite a bit of time just trying to get that ready and done for the deadline. So that's kind of the plan at the moment with regards to getting units done. My British are all done in terms of the painting. My next unit I'm probably going to look at is the French, and try to get those painted because I've got a full army there. The tank's already painted. I've got an artillery piece, I've got a couple of squads, and then I've got a couple of support units that I need to be painting. And once I've done them, I really will be done with the French completely. That army will be ready. The Germans are going to take some time to paint. They really are. I don't find them very quick to paint, and because of that I get disheartened by painting them, because the trousers are different from the different colours from the tunics, and then you've got all the different webbing, and there's various different bits of webbing that are different colours, and you got black kind of webbing like leather. I don't think it's black necessarily, but it's a leather colour, and so there's a lot of detail on the Germans that a lot of the other units didn't have, and so they're going to take some time to paint. So they may be after Christmas, kind of a week, get a unit done relatively, as we go through. So I might do them in groups of 5 just to kind of try and beat through them, or maybe units of 10, depending on how keen I am. So that's the Germans, but the Belgians, very excitedly, I probably got these maybe a month ago. I got the Finnish Army MMG team, and I got the Finnish medium mortar team. Now, you might be asking, why Finns when you're doing Belgians? Well, I actually had Warlord send me some Belgian heads, and you probably can't see them. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the Finnish teams with put Belgian heads on them to make them Belgians. So I will have a medium mortar. I will have a machine gun team. I recently also just purchased my first squad of Belgians, so I'm looking to get these 3 teams done before ordering any more infantry. I also have got the BEF command set. One of the officers there that I've already kind of got in as my command unit for my British, I'm actually going to make him up as a second lieutenant for the Belgians. So maybe a bit of green stuff to make riding boots rather than gaiters over boots. But if I can do that, then I'll have a command, I'll have an infantry squad, I'll have 2 support units plus the T-15 tank. So getting bigger. I will probably end up maybe getting another 2 infantry squads. I've got to read up the rules again. I think the Belgians get a free inexperienced unit provided you have 2 or 3 inexperienced units already, so I might end up having 4 inexperienced units. We'll wait and see. If I do make them inexperienced, I'm probably going to try to have numerous units. If I don't want to go down that route and I only want a couple, then I'll probably make them regular, just to kind of balance things out. It's not 100% historical, but I need it to be a good game all the same. So there's my Belgian army, and we will I'll be making a start on those relatively soon. I don't know whether to paint the French first and then come back to the Belgians, or whether to do 1 French, 1 Belgian, 1 French, 1 Belgian. I don't know, it's kind of up in the air. So if you've got any thoughts or suggestions, please put them in the comments box below. So that's my Belgian force. So my birthday present, very excited about this. I got from my parents the Full Monty box set from the Perrys, which basically means I got 3 boxes of Desert Rats, and I think within one of them, and I can't remember which box it is, I got basically a General Montgomery figure and just a normal Brigadier. I got, let's see if they're in here quickly. No, not in that end anyway. Ah, here they are. Yeah. And so already, I mean, you get 38 figures. It's enough for a platoon. I mean, it's brilliant. You get enough for your command unit, and then squads as well. It's brilliant. And I think you get weapons teams as well in it. It's absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, there you go. There's Montgomery and your Brigadier looking at his map, which is great. Just absolutely fantastic. So my plan for those is to do one. What was I going to do with them? I think I'm going to do one Desert Rat unit, like a North Africa unit, which I could use the CS9 for as well, the Morris CS9 in that army list. I'm also going to use a box for an early war Far East army, probably looking at the Singapore campaign, or the fall of Singapore. So I've got a sprue of Japanese. I'm going to probably get some more Japanese to build up against them. So that's that force, probably 500 points aside, nothing huge. I'm more now into this, you know, my enthusiasm is now more for the 500 points aside. I've been playing a couple of games recently. We've played 4 or 5 units aside, order dice per side, which has generally been a couple of infantry squads, machine gun team, some sort of other support team, and a command team. Just trying that out, and it's worked so well. It's been quick, it's been fun, very closely balanced. So I'm quite liking that. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm aiming at. So my third box, I'm probably going to try get some Sikh and some Aussie heads and do kind of a mixed platoon of Sikh and Aussie. I might do sort of like a... I'm tempted to do 2 Sikh and 1 Aussie squads or sections, and kind of work the rest of it. I'm not quite sure yet. And they'll kind of be for... I think I'm going to base them so that I can do jungle, not jungle, Far East, and I can also do North Africa. So lots of choice there, but I won't get around to those for months, definitely, probably a year. But it's always good to have with me anyway, just in case. Anyway, any other developments? Not really. Really enjoying, as always, bolt action. It's just trying to get back into the kind of hobbying rather than the playing side of it. So hopefully building these buildings will be really positive, good experience, and hopefully I can get them knocked out looking good. And yeah, and then we'll hopefully be ready for June. Fingers crossed. Anyway, guys, that's enough from me for today. If you've liked this video, please like it. If you have any comments to help me out, encourage me, all right, drop them down in the comments box below. We will be having a bolt action discussion actually on Thursday. It'll be myself, Andy Singleton, Jez Allen, and possibly Richard Dando as well, if we can... Dando. I really must learn that. Richard Dando, if we can get him as well. Hopefully we can, fingers crossed. So that's this Thursday. Check it out. It'll be 7 PM UK time, 1 PM Standard Central time. And yeah, look out for it. It's going to be fun. And anything else to say? No, other than if you've seen this video and enjoyed it, or you've seen others and enjoyed them and you want to subscribe, please feel free to. We've had a lot of subscriptions recently. It's been very encouraging, so thank you ever so much for your support. And until the next video, which I'm trying to get out next week maybe, probably next Sunday or the following Monday, then yeah, until then, we'll see you soon. Have a great time, and yeah, enjoy your hobby. Okay.